everybody. This is Chuck with Free For All Podcast and FreeForGeeks.com. We are back and still here at ConNooga 2015, and I am here with the very lovely GiGi Edgley.
I'll pay you later for saying that. Thank you.
Very, very lovely.
very. No,
speaking of that, I want to get all the hard questions out of the way first. So,
I'm married.
Maybe not that particular question, but close. Maxim had their sexiest space thing.
Oh my gosh, it was.
You got to dish us up the full story of that before we ask you anything else.
Well, that boggles my mind because I wake up in the morning and I know what I see, and it's not a Maxim space babe. So it's a lot of makeup, smoke and mirrors is what that is. But it's very cool. It's very special to be, you know.
I came close to that once, by the way.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Stiff competition.
So, with that accent, you're from around here, deep south, right?
Yes, I am totally born and raised Chattanooga, Western Australia.
Western Australia.
The most isolated city in the world, I think.
That's mind-boggling to me because everything in Australia wants to kill you, including plants and spiders, some of the people.
Yes.
And you made it out.
Well, I always say that the most dangerous thing about Australia is the women.
Oh, that's fantastic.
No, it's not that bad. It's like if you go hunting snakes and spiders and stepping on their territory, then sure, they'll have a go at you. But it's not like there's crazy tarantulas going down the street or anything nasty like that.
That's not what I hear.
Well, maybe there's a few.
I hear there's just plants that are eating crocodiles that was already eating, humans.
Little shop of horrors.
Yeah, exactly. So, getting back to some more serious stuff, I would say that one of the things you're most recognized for is your work on Farscape, and it's fantastic work, by the way. What was that experience like? I know that you came on for that one episode, but the writers and then eventually the fans loved you so much that you stayed, 4 years, right?
Yeah, it was over. I was actually speaking to Brian Henson about it last week. I went in and said hello because I'm so lucky to be involved with anything that's Henson. I'm always have been obsessed by the Dark Crystal and the Labyrinth, the Storyteller, the Muppets. Anything they touch is just phenomenal. So to be invited into the world of Henson and to be allowed to explore my imagination and discover Chiana was just such a blessing. I just feel so honoured. So anything, and he actually said that the Farscape movie is still on the cards. This is from the man's mouth himself.
Oh wow!
So it would be so awesome to get the tribe back again. I don't know who's involved on what level, but I definitely know it's still floating out there. So it absolutely could become reality. That
would be super cool. And I know that Farscape's got such a broad fan base and very rabid.
Yes, and
cool.
It was them that brought it back from the dead. Like, I literally seen Moya, the spaceship, ripped up and put in a dump truck, and everything was sent back to where it came from, and that show was over. And it was the pure passion and love of the fans that rebirthed it, so...
Now, that had to be hard, watching them, tear down
a
second home,
she's like my mum. Moya is my, I spent so many hours. It was over 5 years with the Peacekeeper Wars, so, yeah. And it's been cool, lately I've been doing a lot of conventions because I've moved to the States, and most recently we were talking about hashtag before. It's so exciting because this is the first Kickstarter that I've done, and we raised over $44,000 to do it. And I was really nervous about doing a Kickstarter because I don't want to be begging people for money. I've never had to do that before. And I was at I think it was Rhode Island, a convention, and I had the little flyers on the table, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just a Kickstarter we're doing." And everyone was like, "We love Kickstarters. We love making stuff with this. This is a really cool idea." And then I was like, "Oh, well, okay, cool." So it's actually people are joining forces and making amazing productions, and it is that. We were filming it last week, and I think you guys are going to be blown away. I'm constantly looking for more stuff to give back to people that I meet at conventions, whether it be comic books, CDs, I record music. I've just joined a band called The Fancies. It's all been going really well, and now hashtag's going to be released in a couple of months as well, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, it's going to be on Sci-Fi, right?
It's going to be, we want to take it to Sundance and to Cannes and to Toronto film festivals, and then we want to pitch it to either back to private investors or to whoever's interested to see if we can make a full-length feature or a television series out of it, depending on who shows what interest. But that would be the ultimate dream.
Yeah, so that's hashtag Kickstarter, you got it funded, and you guys have already wrapped, or?
Yeah, I've got one more day to complete shooting, but if people want to keep an eye on me, I've got GiGiEdgley.com, and that's got links to my Twitter, my Facebook, and the cool thing about good old hashtag, the story is she's an online celebrity, and she's completely obsessed with social media, and she has 800 million subscribers, and she lives in a 10 by 10 cubicle, and she thinks that she's the queen of her world, as we all do, and then things start to crumble, and it's really, really well written and very relevant. So, as I said before, I think you guys are going to really dig it.
Cool. Well, we'll look forward to that later on this year. Is there anything else? Are you going to any other cons coming up?
Yeah, I've got San Jose next weekend. I've got Lexington the weekend after that. I've got one in Maine. I think I'm doing Dallas as well, but I've got all that stuff on my website.
All over. Yeah. Cool. Very cool. So yeah, go to GiGiEdgley.com. Look for hashtag coming out later on this year. And that's it. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
We'll see you guys later.